Hey everybody, Master Brother Derek here. I just woke up and I had looked online last night about um, garage conversions, turning the garage into a home. We've been making fun of at Lost in God's Kenny Bird, the Birdman, and there's a reason we've been making fun of him because he's retarded. He can get mad all he wants. You're retarded because you're trying to do something you're not qualified to do. And you're going to wind up getting yourself and your landlord in trouble. So, I went online and I typed in, I don't know why they gave me California, but I typed in Allentown, Pennsylvania, garage conversions. And this video popped up, and I think we need to check it out. I think Kitty need to see this. So let's go.
Can a garage be converted to an ADU? In California and in hundreds of other cities, the answer is yes. So what does a good candidate for a garage conversion look like? 1. Built after 1940. Garages older than that might not have sufficient footings to be converted. Remember, in California, there's still regulatory advantages just for using the footprint of the garage. 2. The foundation is in good condition. Look out for large cracks in the slab. 3. The framing doesn't have extensive damage from things like termites or dry rot, both very common in California.
I'll take a pause for a second. Now, he's in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is one of the early colonies. So, how long has that garage been there? Remember, this lady based out of California. California was added hundreds of years after the first colonists stepped foot in Jamestown, Virginia. They hadn't even started going across the country yet. How long has that garage been there? Is it built after 1940? Has Kitty checked the foundation? Is it in good condition? Has he checked the framework? You see him trying to put cotton balls and lights and aluminum foil for insulation. But does the place have termites? Does it have any damage? Has he inspected the quality of the wood? Have you done these things, Kenny Burns? Let's keep going.
4. The roof is in good condition. Not a must-have, but a good roof will save you several thousands of dollars.
Is your roof in good condition? I used to do roofing with a guy at the church. I used to help him load the, he used to use tar paper. He didn't like shingles. Shingles took too long. He used to use tar paper. If the wood of the roof is rotted, he wouldn't work on it because it's a chance it could fall in. He putting that tar paper on top of the roof. If the wood is weak, it could fall in. Has Kenny actually been up on the roof and checked it out? Is the roof in good shape? How old is the roof? Once again, is there any termite damage? Is there anything living in the walls? Has he done that? Somebody showed me a video where he has. Let's keep going.
You may not be able to accurately judge the condition of the garage yourself. You'll probably need a designer or contractor for that. Let's talk about 3 types of garage conversions. There's really 3 ways that you can use your garage to build an ADU. 1 is you can keep the footprint of the existing garage exactly as it is. 2, you can expand the garage footprint to create a bigger ADU. Or 3, you can build an ADU on top of the garage. A standard garage is 20 feet by 20 feet or 400 square feet in total. That's big enough for either a studio or a small 1-bedroom. And you can...
Now, my memory ain't that good, but I remember him saying that the garage is 420, I think he said 424 feet. So he was at 424 or it's 420 something. So that's good. It's a good size.
Save thousands on construction by just using the existing structure and roof, as long as your garage is in pretty decent condition. So let's quickly break down the pros and cons of each. Keeping the garage footprint will save your budget, but might be a little bit on the smaller side, so it depends what your uses are. Expanding the footprint is awesome if you have the space and budget, but the new construction has to conform to the current setbacks, whereas the existing garage is grandfathered in even if it's on the property line. Building up is awesome because you don't lose the functionality.
So that's one advantage he has. He's using what came with the garage. He's not adding on. That's going to save him money. He's not trying to add space to the garage. He's trying to use the space that's already there. That'll save him money in permits and also save money in materials and building.
Of your garage or your backyard, but it's typically double the cost of a regular garage conversion. But plenty of homeowners are happy to invest the money for an ADU above the garage, especially if it gets you that spectacular view. Let's talk about the cost breakdown of a garage conversion. The price tag for a garage conversion is going to vary dramatically depending on where you live and the current price of materials. We have lots of garage conversion photos with price breakdowns on our website under the ADU tour section. Even today, some homeowners think that a garage conversion will be $50,000 or less. They see a structure that's already built and they figure $50,000 should be more than enough to add a kitchen and a bathroom.
But $50,000 or less. The average garage conversion is $50,000 or less. $50,000. He lives in Pennsylvania, which, you know, when you get into cities like Philadelphia, you know, prices shoot up. But when you in the woods, in the country, it might not be that expensive. But couldn't he get a house for like $100,000 already, with the toilet and sink and everything already in there? I'm just saying, if you were in Pennsylvania, I know they got the Quakers and they got the Amish, and I know that he could get a house for under $100,000 that sit by itself. So why would he put $50,000 into a garage? Somebody make that make sense. He said he wanted a tiny home. He could get a tiny home for less than $50,000. Once again, with it set up with toilet, bathroom, shower, everything, for less than $50,000. So I'm a little bit confused about why he chose a garage. He says that he chose it. I don't think he chose it. I think he was desperate and that's what was available. But let's continue on.
But it's a lot more complicated than you might realize. Garages were never intended to house human beings, so the building codes for a garage are nowhere near as strict as the codes for a habitable living space, like an ADU. So even if your garage is in fantastic shape, you still have to bring it up to code as a habitable dwelling. This typically involves reinforcing the ceiling joists, those are the beams that support the roof, reinforcing other parts of the frame that aren't up to code, underpinning the foundation to reinforce it, adding insulation because most garages are not insulated, and you'll also need to frame a bathroom and bedroom walls as well as closets.
Okay, so have you seen him? We saw him attempt insulation because garages are not insulated. Why are they not insulated? They're not insulated because people don't live in them. You park your car in them. Maybe you go out there and do some shop work in them, but you don't use it for storage. Most people don't live in their garage. So the garage is not made to be habitable. Habitable means living. It's not made for you to live in it. He has to convert it into a living space. It doesn't have the strict codes and precautions and safety features that a house must have. So you must bring it up to code. This is how I know when he says that he went down there and talked to the people that he's lying. Because they're not going to let him live in the garage because the garage is not set up to be lived in. It's not habitable. It's not designed for that.
In addition to structural elements, the garage will need to be prepped for utilities. That means trenching for plumbing, laying water and sewer lines, upgrading the electrical panel, laying pipes for natural gas if you use it. Then there's the roof. If your garage is fairly new, you might not have a need to replace it. But we've seen a lot of garages.
So, does Kitty have any experience at plumbing? Does he have an experience at gas lines? He have any experience in foundation? He cannot do these things by himself without endangering the neighborhood. So, once again, why is he trying to turn a garage into a home? He needs a contractor. More importantly, before he even gets to the contractor, he needs a designer. What's a designer? A designer looks at the building and tries to figure out what's the best way to design the garage. Where would the sink go? Where would the bathroom go? Where's the living quarters? Y'all understand? Kenny trying to do all this himself. It's not that easy.
Conversions where it just makes sense to replace the aging shingles with new roofing, especially if you're putting solar on it. So you might be thinking, wow, this is a lot more complicated than I was expecting. But remember, all accessory dwelling units add significant value to your property, and that includes garage conversions. Plus, they have the opportunity to cash flow positive every month, especially if your garage is detached, since detached ADUs add so much value. In fact, in America's biggest cities, a home with an ADU is priced on average 35% higher than a home without one. So, do you need to replace parking with a garage conversion? This is a question that we get asked frequently, and the truth is it depends on your state. In California, you're not required to replace off-street parking if you convert your garage. So if you lose parking spaces due to that garage conversion, there's no need to replace it. And you also don't need a parking space for any ADU as long as you're within half a mile of public transit. If your garage has a driveway and you don't need all of it to park your cars, that's a great opportunity to add private outdoor space to your ADU. If the driveway is sloped, you can put a deck over it like this. Or you can add some paint or tile like this. Or add a little fencing and it's really private. Let's talk about finding a garage conversion designer for your ADU. Once you have a budget for your ADU, the next step is to hire your designer. Experience is key to getting an ADU that truly maximizes the garage. The very small footprint of a garage comes with special, unique challenges. Can you squeeze a washer dryer into the bathroom? Pro tip, if you're planning on renting your ADU, a washer dryer is a very hot commodity that people are willing to pay a little bit more for. So if you can make it fit, we highly recommend it. Should you have a sleeping nook or a separate bedroom? What about storage and counter space? How will the designer get enough natural light in the rooms while maintaining privacy from the main house? And speaking of privacy, what about access to the ADU?
That's another question. First of all, like we said about a designer, are there windows in the garage? Some garages have windows, most of them don't. Most of the time when people are in there working in the garage, they have the garage door open. That lets the light in, lets fresh air in, or they have the side door open. Kenny's talking about getting the washer and dryer. Where is he going to put it at? Because if you watch his videos, he moves stuff from one side of the room to the other side of the room and works on it, or sets his little monitor up, or set his little projector screen up, he's going to have stuff stationary. He can't keep moving stuff back and forth. There's got to be a place for his stove, got to be a place for his kitchen, a place for his bathroom, a place for his bedroom. Then he can start worrying about where he going to put the projector screens at. Right now, he's just moving stuff from one side of the room to the other side of the room. When you get your conversion started, everything needs a place. There's a place for everything. You understand what I'm saying? God's technology is there. It's going to stay there. It's not moving. It doesn't move. I might take it down and change it, but it doesn't move. It has a place. You know, the mobility scooter goes there. It has a place. The microwave, my speakers, the zappers, they got a place. Everything got a place. You can't keep moving stuff. You don't have the room to keep moving stuff back and forth, back and forth, back and forth like he does. Everything needs a place. You need to make a design. Where is it going to go, and it's going to stay there? If you keep moving stuff around, it's going to get lost. It's going to get stepped on. It's going to get trampled. Fires can start because you piling stuff up. They shouldn't be together. You need to have a plan on where your stuff go. You need a plan. Let's continue on.
Architect behind this gorgeous garage conversion, Maybury Workshop, cleverly had the main entrance face outward. Now the tenant has their own private patio, complete with privacy. The designer should know what questions to ask about your priorities and goals, because with a garage conversion, you're probably going to need to make at least a couple compromises. But if you doubt that conversions can look truly stunning, then just check out our YouTube channel to tour some of them. The transformations are almost unbelievable.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Can we get a pause on that? Now, if you see garage conversions, this is what you should be going for. Look at the kitchen. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is absolutely gorgeous. Could you see Kitty Garage looking like this? If he spend the money, yes, he can. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is gorgeous. But that's not what we're looking at with Kitty Winnie. Look at the nice window. Nice.
To tour some of them. The transformations are almost unbelievable. We've helped thousands of homeowners plan their ADU projects and source designers and builders for them. We'd love to help you too. Hit the link below to talk to one of our experts. Do you need a permit for a garage conversion? Yes, you have to get permits for a garage conversion. But given the leniency of local and state laws, there's no reason to try and move forward without permitting.
Oh. So, you got to have permits. And not just for drywall. You got to have permits to change a garage into a habitable area. You got to have permits. To get a gas line, to get a water line. You got to have permits. Anybody can just build something and live in it. It's got to make sure it's inhabitable. We've only heard him talk about a drywall permit. He's talking about putting up drywall. But he ain't checked the foundation, ain't checked the state of the walls, ain't checked for termites. Has he done any of these things?
Hiring a general contractor. Feeling tense just thinking about general contractors? It's true. Finding a trustworthy GC is one of the most stressful parts of doing a garage conversion. But we've de-stressed the process for you by vetting a group of licensed general contractors with ADU experience. After having basic designs, we'll source 3 GC estimates for you and review them together. Timelines. So how long does it take for your garage conversion daydreams to turn into an awesome ADU reality? Usually between 12 to 18 months from start to finish.
What? 12 to 18 months. So if you use an experienced contractor, it could take 12 to 18 months. Kenny's been there going on 7 weeks now, and he only been working on it for less than 2 weeks. 12 to 18 months with professionals doing it. Kenny looking on Google trying to figure out how to do it. How long is it going to take him to fully convert that garage? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Do you really want to make that kind of investment in a garage? Seriously. Do you really want to make that? And then you don't own it. You still renting. And we know he don't know how to pay his rent. This not looking good. Not looking good.
Think about it. Then you'll have a home for your parents or your adult kids or passive income on your property or maybe a private office. Our clients agree it's one of the smartest investments that you can make. Our mission at Maxwell is to teach you about your project and help you hire designers and builders for your ADU. If you like this content in this video, I highly recommend subscribing to our newsletter where we share even more insights, video home tours to inspire you, and cost estimates. Dive in and find out how a garage conversion can work for you. And as always, remember to like and subscribe.
Alrighty, so thank you, MaxwellSpace.com. So we've learned that using a designer and an experienced contractor, the conversion could take 18 to 24 months. Considering that Kenny's not experienced, you got to double or triple that time. It could take him 3 years. But here's the point, though. You got to pay somebody to put the gas line in. You got to pay somebody to put the plumbing in. You got to get permission from the city. Unless he's going to try and do it himself and risk messing everybody's water and power up. He need to add reinforcements to the electrical lines. The electricity that he's using right now is designed for somebody to go in there and use a handsaw, or a power saw, or maybe somebody that wanted to charge the battery in their car. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's not designed for human use. An example. I'm running 2 projectors, right? I got 2 zappers up there, one behind it, you can't see it, right? You got the lighted keyboard right there. I got the video game system. I got a computer. I got a 5.1 down there, right? I got 2 zappers right outside the door. I got a zapper here. I'm running these speakers. I got a microwave. Right now, I'm charging the lights for the scooter. I'm running a refrigerator. I got a stove. He's going to have an electrician come in there and check out the electrical lines. Can they be added? He got to add sockets. You can. A garage is going to come with 1 or 2 sockets. 3 at the most if you lucky. If you lucky. If you lucky. It might have 3. If you lucky. I said lucky. If you lucky, because most bedrooms come with 2 sockets. So I'm going to assume the garage came with 2. But chances are you only need 1. It might have 2. He can't run all the stuff that he want to run on 1 or 2 sockets. He's going to have an electrician come in, and he's going to have it rewired so that it can support all the lights and all the stuff that he want to do, the party garage or whatever that requires power. He wants a washer and dryer. He wants a stove. He wants a refrigerator. These are things that require power. And the system must be able to handle all of that at the same time. Just like I can't run the microwave. I can't run the microwave and have both projectors on at the same time. But I can run the washing machine and the dryer and have the projectors on. But the microwave, for some reason, shorts out the circuit. Why? I don't know. It must draw too much power. So, you in the garage. You only got 1 or 2 sockets. What's going to happen when Kenny trip? When he trip, doesn't even have a what-you-call-them. Doesn't have a box. You know, for the switches. You know, when you blow a fuse and you flip the switch and you turn it back on. How old is the building? Does it even have that? Does Kenny even know? What about the cost? She said $50,000 and up. Why not just get a tiny home? Why not just get a tiny home? Why not get a camper? Why not get a mobile home? Why sitting there and hide? Because he's hiding. During the day, you don't never see the garage door open. You don't never see that front door. I've never seen the door open. He been there. Have you? You see the door open? I don't think he want nobody to know what he's doing. This man need help. And I say it again, if his family's watching, get that man some help. He does not need to be trying to convert a garage. It's a waste of time, and I guarantee you, within 2 years, he's going to abandon it. Watch. Mark my words. Within 2 years, he's going to abandon it. It's a waste of time. He is living in his own world. The real world and Kitty Bird world are not the same. Okay? So, this is not to make fun of him. Hopefully he sees this video and learns, hey, quit while you're ahead. Find some place to go, get a real place. Even if it's a motel room, even if it's a room, save your money up and get the tiny home you claim you want. Seriously. But this, man, you about to dump $50,000 into a place that you don't even own. Just save the money up and buy yourself what you want. Save the money up and buy what you want. Because right now, you're not saving money. You're losing money. You're not saving money. You're losing money. You're just spending more money over a longer period of time. That's not saving. Minister Brother Derek, hope y'all have a great day. I'm out. Kitty, get it together, man. Get it together. We out.